Welcome. Today, we are mastering the theory behind H.C. Verma Chapter 9. Let's break down the center of mass. Physics is all about simplification. When a complex body moves, tracking every atom is impossible. If I asked you to calculate exactly where it lands, how would you even begin? But nature gives us a cheat code. Hidden inside that chaos is one magical point. A point that completely ignores the rotation. Newton's laws gave us a cheat code, the center of mass. One single point that moves exactly as if the entire mass of the universe were concentrated right there. To find this magical point, let's start simple, a seesaw. Where do you place the fulcrum to balance a heavy adult and a small child? Your intuition already knows the answer. Shift the pivot closer to the heavier mass. Mathematically, the center of mass is the universe's ultimate weighted average. The heavier the mass, the harder it pulls the center towards itself. Perfect balance is achieved when the fulcrum sits precisely under the center of mass. For a simple uniform rod, symmetry tells us the center of mass must be precisely in the middle. But how do we prove it mathematically? And what if the density wasn't uniform? We use calculus. We imagine chopping the rod into infinitely many microscopic pieces, each with a tiny mass, dm, located at position x. We then integrate these tiny pieces over the entire length from 0 to L. The math simplifies beautifully, giving us exactly L over 2. This exact same method works for 2D shapes. For a semicircular ring, integrating along the arc reveals the center of mass floats in empty space, right at 2r over pi. We've mastered how to find the center of mass for static objects. But what happens when things start moving? If a projectile explodes in midair, scattering its pieces everywhere, what happens to its center of mass? You might instinctively think the explosion completely ruins the predictable path, sending the center flying off in random directions. However, an explosion is entirely driven by internal forces pushing against each other. By Newton's third law, internal forces always cancel out. Since no new external force was added, the center of mass completely ignores the explosion and continues on its perfect parabolic path. Let's put all this into action with a classic physics puzzle, a person standing on a massive wedge of ice. The entire system is perfectly still. What happens to the center of mass when the person starts walking forward? You might instinctively think the center of mass moves forward right along with the person. But don't forget Newton's laws. The friction between the person's feet and the ice causes the massive wedge to slide backwards. Since there are no outside forces acting on them, the center of mass for the entire system must stay exactly where it started. The wedge slides backwards just enough to perfectly cancel out the person's movement.